Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of the Pod Squares. We are your X's and O's. It's Sam Crow, Big Hoss, Taskmaster Bill. We might have Miss Amby with us. She hasn't been feeling too well. It's been a rough day, so she's planning to be here. We might see her in a bit later, but the show goes on. We are all here, and some new stuff tonight we are going to be doing, so we hope you guys will indulge us. We're going to each be sharing some interesting topics that we're going to talk about, and we have at least one new game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we have a couple different new games depending upon how much time we have.
There you go. So, buckle up, sit tight, and please feel free to engage in chats if you want to. If you have questions, you want to share things, well, obviously you guys may have seen. If you haven't seen the show before, we do like to feature them there. So, we'll get started. Sorry for the background. I'm working on the computer tonight too. And then once I have this big studio set up, I can do this from there, which would be awesome. But in the meantime, may as well jump right in. So let's we'll start. I was going to say ladies first. So who would be the next closest candidate?
No lady has a beard. Well, that I know of.
I guess that these Big Hoss is the next closest candidate then.
Why?
Because I haven't shaved and Bill's crystal meth Santa Claus there. That's a reference point.
I can't afford crystal meth. What are you talking about?
Okay, the knockoff version. But either way.
Knockoff version.
However you want to put it. But yeah, we'll let you go first. So if you want to share a little bit about your topic and then enlighten us, because this would be fun for all of us, because I don't, especially for me, I don't really.
So a couple things. I looked up the most favorite one, which is
Hold
Blue
on, favorite
Dream.
What? The audience
It's the
doesn't
most-
know.
Wait. Context. Explain what your topic is first. Context.
we're going to be talking about cannabis culture.
What about it, though? What specifically?
So I did research, and we're going to be talking about the most popular strain that's in retail,
Okay.
which
All
is
right, there
going
you
to be Blue Dream.
Okay.
Blue Dream is a sativa dominant,
Which means what?
meaning it's a sativa. It's not a sativa dominant, it's a sativa.
Which is
Which
what? I don't know what a
means-
sativa is, though.
So sativa is more energetic, more energy.
Oh, okay.
Indica is in the couch,
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. All right.
more relaxed and more like what I'm smoking on tonight. That's indica.
Got it. Okay.
So, and another thing is we're going to be talking about the uses. The uses are they use it for nausea and treating people with cancer.
Okay.
That's the medical side.
Gotcha.
And the recreational side is just for leisure and social and relaxing.
Okay. Why? What makes it the most popular? Or what is your perception of why you think it could be the most popular on at least right now?
Blue
Anyway.
Dream?
Yeah.
It's been popular for a long time.
Why do you think?
I think because it's a more energetic high.
It can make sense.
You would think because it's named Blue Dream, it would be a indica, a sleepy one, but
Not really.
no, it's a sativa.
There you go. Very interesting.
I
I'll take
got
it.
some last week.
Okay. There you go. Hey, that's a better angle, Bill. We don't have to see up your chin nose now.
Well, I have to figure out why it still has a wall behind me.
It's stonewalling you, or brick walling. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's because
Um,
anytime you wear green, it does that.
Oh.
Yeah, take your shirt off. Let's just see what happens.
Projected off my belly.
Hey, I mean, why
And-
not?
Bill, we're gonna start it off right. We're gonna do the siren for me, Justin.
Hang on.
Hold on, let me find it.
That's what she said. Yep.
You didn't ask me my favorite strain.
What is your favorite strain, Bill?
My go-to, if I don't know, is usually sour diesel.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit of an older strain, like guys who've been smoking for a while know it, but it's good to smoke during the day if you still want to be productive. Like I would never smell. I would never, I would never smoke indica during the day. All
Okay,
right.
everybody involved. It's so exciting. Let's see. Do we count this down? Do we do something? Oh, he's already started. He started without you.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Go, 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 go. Yes, 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 yes. Go. Oh!
Still undefeated.
Yeah. Round of applause. Woo! Whoa. Ooh, that's a wet one.
Talking about his cough or your fart?
No. Hang on. He's still choking to death. Give it a minute. There you go.
Oh my gosh. I think you might have to do mouth to mouth, Sam.
I really rather not. I mean, I'm willing to take one for the team, but that's close.
What?
Nothing.
Say it again, dude.
He said I might have to give you mouth to mouth.
Fuck you.
I'll just have to make sure I keep my tongue in check. So while we're decompressing, Bill, what is your topic to discuss tonight? Oh, unless you're choking to death. Maybe I should go.
No, mine's phlegm. My topic today is one that pretty much anybody can have a debate on. And I mean, this time of year is NFL training camps. There's lots of battles going on. The baseball playoff races are getting tighter. Hockey season's going to start up within a month, or training camp will. But I'm going to talk about something that's in the news that anybody can have a stance on. Even if you're not an athlete or you even pay attention to sports. This is almost like a national debate. And so there's two men, Enes Kanter and Royce White, former NBA player. I believe they were both Celtics. I don't know if that's the same time.
I think so. Yeah, it might be.
And they weren't bad players. Like, I wouldn't say that they were all-stars, but they were far from scrubs. They were solid professionals. And I don't know their exact ages. I'd say Enes Kanter's probably in his late 30s. Royce White might be in his early 40s. I'm not sure.
Royce White is 35 years old.
Oh, he's 35? Okay, how old's Kanter?
Let's see. How do you spell that? Kanter.
Kanter.
Kanter. I really hope it's there. What's the last name?
It's Enes. E-N-E-S.
Oh, there we go. He is 34 years old.
Oh, no, okay. They're younger than I thought. My bad. So they're both 34, 35. My bet is they were teammates together on the Celtics, though. If you're from Boston and I'm wrong, I sincerely
Let's see. So he played for he plays for several teams. Enes was with the Celtics.
I remember Enes with Utah.
Yep, and he was with the Portland Trail Blazers, the New York Knicks, Oklahoma City Thunder, but he was with the Celtics. Let's go check out Royce just to make sure. Where was he playing at? I guess I got to pull up his Wikipedia. Of course I do.
Well. Anyways, while
No, they were never teammates. But go ahead.
They were never teammates. Okay.
Nope.
Anyways, why am I bringing up these two kind of obscure players? Unless you're a really hardcore fan. Well, both these gentlemen in the last week have declared for the WNBA draft, and the WNBA, for those of you that are unaware, is the women's basketball league that has been, what's it been going, Justin? About 20 years?
Yeah, I'd say give or take.
Yeah. And it's slowly climbing in popularity. I'm still not sure if it makes any money, but its TV ratings are up. And with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they're getting a little bit more media exposure.
Yep.
Now, they have a draft, and one of the big founding things that they believe in, the WNBA, is, women should be well represented in sport, and that all women are women and they qualify. Well, these two gentlemen have said that they identify as women for professional basketball purposes, and they declared themselves eligible for the draft. They have I'm not sure. The draft must be coming up in the next couple months.
I think so, yeah.
They're getting near the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it every day, but I do follow it. And so, because Toronto has a team, so Toronto Tempo. Anyways, that's beside the point. Do you think Royce White and Enes Kanter should be able to enter the draft because almost by their charter, the WNBA has accepted anybody that considers themselves female. And these men have publicly and legally declared themselves identifying as female for the purposes of their job. Should they be allowed to? Because I don't care how good some 22-year-old female is coming out of university. I think they would be at a physical disadvantage against the 35-year-old who played 7 to 10 years of professional basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm being sexist. I think that's a reality. So, Should they be allowed to enter the draft, or should what they have between their legs make a difference enough to say, no, go play with the other men?
Let's see.
James, what do you think? Your take would be really interesting.
I think if they're legally identified as a man, or if they are legally born as a man first, and if they do identify as a woman, it shouldn't matter. They shouldn't be able to play on the woman's side because they were legally born of man.
Yeah. But
It doesn't matter if they identify as female or man, because they'll have more advantage, more strength over the female players, more endurance, more this, more that, and it's just not fair.
Okay, but if
Now, me being in the bisexual, the LGBT, whatever.
Yeah.
LGBTQ.
That's what I thought your point of view would be, quite interesting.
I believe that they would have an advantage over a female in that. I think they should have to play for the males.
Yeah. And now, the other question is, would a highly skilled 21 or 22-year-old lady, young woman, come out and be as good as they are? Would they be better than a 35-year-old who was never at the top of their league anyways? Is there a workaround?
I don't think so. I think it just depends on your athletic ability.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What I think could happen, though, legitimately, is if they get drafted and they play, they will be dominant in the first half. By the second half of the game, they'll be a lot more tired, worked, weathered. Those ladies are the best in the world, and they run all over the court, and there's a reason they were out of the NBA by 33.
Well, here's the thing.
I was going to say, what's your give and take on that there, Justin?
So here's the thing. Now, the key phrase there is they claim to identify as. They're not They're not haven't transitioned yet. They haven't.
No. What they've said is they've declared to be identified as women for occupational purposes.
Right. Well, this is my point. This is what I'm getting to. The point is, I'm intellectually coming at them saying you're claiming identification for employment. You're not looking to physically alter yourself. You're not taking a hormone. You know, there's a process to identifying your true inner self. What I'm hearing you say is, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's like equal rights, but you're just pulling the BS meter of just to challenge a policy. You're going to claim to be this just to get. If you're struggling with gender dysphoria, which is usually the case for a lot of trans people, and if you're really looking to, you know, I don't knock that. There's medical reasons for it. There's all that stuff, but and it's a necessity to help you mentally and physically, all that stuff. There's a difference there, but you're claiming that just for the fact of playing WNBA, and I agree totally with Big Hoss, is that does give an unfair advantage because obviously their male structure is going to dominate. Now, to be fair, for anybody who's paying attention and doesn't pay whatever, there are some pretty decently, how do I say this? I don't want to sound offensive. Like, there's some very well built girls that could probably go toe to toe with them. I say that out of respect. I'm not saying it to be mean. But in the overall sense, even the centers and stuff and the strength underneath the board, banging the boards. And then, of course, there's the whole – you see a lot of these – I know a lot of these memes and stuff online. There's what they have going on downstairs. Everything's different. There's inappropriate contact, things like that. I think it's going to stir a lot more problems than it is help. Now, for the political aspect of it, I think it's going to raise more controversy. And again, it's not – and people are going to say, oh, you're being biased, you're being whatever, you're trying to. No, it's the whole. Remember that swimming issue a while back? I think it was the Olympics, right? The transgender woman that was there that when you saw lined up at the starting gate clearly was a 6'4". I mean, male biological at birth. I think it was 6'4", whatever it was. Clearly showed dominance over the other female swimmers just before they started. Now, she, I'm not sure they're probably she by now. Is going through a gender dysphoria where medically you're not comfortable, you're changing to be your true self, but you still have your male aesthetics that give you an advantage over the women there. Until your hormones kick, I think there should be like a moratorium as well. Like if you're identifying as female, if you're going through a transitional period, until you go through hormones and whatever you're going to do to help physically change yourself, it's almost like going through talk about like the draft, talk about the training camp stuff. You got to go through a series of steps in order to qualify. I don't think just self-identifying is enough because it's not fair to the other female athletes because it's honestly, and again, that could be a problem with the WNBA with their rules policy, whatever. Maybe you need to tweak some things and be a little more specific. But and again, I say this with the asterisk and I say this with the preface of, I'm all for the fact of trying to be equal there, and I'm not saying this to bash anybody, but this is just absolutely ludicrous as far as, because I read some of the article we were talking about it, and claiming it for work purpose. Listen, I'd want you to test if you are not, if you're just doing it for publicity, I guess in a manner of speaking, that's totally the wrong way to do it. But if you have a serious condition, if you're thinking about it and you're not comfortable, and I get all that. You know what I mean? There's that gray area. So my support falls in. I think right now their focus should be.
I'm going to leave and then I'll come back.
Okay. I think their focus should be to find themselves if they really, again, if they're not really trying, you know what I mean? Like, don't play around with it. If you really are serious about it, you can always come back. I get the whole that they could say, well, our age factor. Yes, you're getting older and stuff like that. That's the other thing, too. Even at your age now, would you want to start mid-30s? Because that's usually the tail end for a lot of athletes. Like, why get into it now? Are you going to go another 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Maybe.
But if they have a physical advantage and they get compensated for that.
That's the other part of it. And that's what the argument where the WNBA is trying to catch up as far as its policy with the NBA, equal pay, all that stuff. As I said, it goes back to my original point of I just think there's going to be more cons than pros for this. And my only clapping back at them is I think it's a poor taste of decision of if you're just doing this for controversial reasons, whatever they might be. I just don't see it. And I really don't think the WNBA is going to go for it. I don't see them. I don't think there's enough evidence to placate that. I think this is going to be all tied up in all this kind of, problematic stuff.
From what I understand, now I'm not a legal expert. As of right now, I think because of the bylaws of their charter, they are eligible. They meet the criteria. So I think if it's sat as is, they'd be in. Now, what I have heard, I saw a video on ESPN. They said basically they have one of two things. Either they have to change their bylaws in order to stop them, which takes away from their original charter, which looks bad on them.
Yeah.
The other option is it gets dealt with dealt with in court, and a settlement is reached where no information comes out at all. So it looks pretty shady.
See that? Yeah.
There is no positive.
No, this whole thing, there's no happy scenario for this. And like I said again, it's this is fraught with this is basically opening Pandora's box, if you want to be technical about it.
My theory is this. I have not heard this anywhere, and so it's all come from my noggin, is these two guys are being put up to do this by a group that's either anti-league or somebody who wants change to be made.
That's not doing it themselves. They're sort of like the guinea pigs, in a manner of speaking.
They're the puppets, and someone else is the puppeteer.
Yep, and it's possible. I mean, again, there's no telling. That could go.
Or it's a desperate cry to tell the other NBA teams, "I still want to play."
It could be, that it could be that as well. I think there's a lot of there's reasons to it. There's probably more to the story that might come out in the future that we don't know about. I just think this is one of those hot button topics, like we say. I just think it's best that folks just steer clear of it, because there's really no winning situation there with it.
I didn't bring it up to deal with necessarily societal issues.
It's a good topic.
I have my own set of political beliefs, but they're mine.
Right.
We don't espouse them on the air unless it's some sort of fundamental historical thing.
Right.
Otherwise, it's the same thing. We don't bring up Judaism or Catholicism or Hinduism. That's not uplifting. So I came here from the athletic point of view of, is it allowed? Should it be allowed? Is there a physical advantage?
I think, and again, ultimately, I think it's just if they are true. I think the real question is there's got to be a system of testing for that to make sure, if they are doing it for their own health and benefit, not just to play another sport or just to get back into the game. If they are going through this, it's a process. A lot of people are trying to identify themselves, be comfortable in their own skin, as it were. If they pass those prerequisites and the reality is, they are going through this stage. They're not just doing it for any other reason. If they are in a process of, the problem is they're so early stage that I think there has to be a waiting period where it's if they're going to say start hormones, for example, and start transitioning and maybe physical surgeries, whatever they can do nowadays to alter the body. There should be a waiting period where they have to go through the mental testing to make sure their mindset is right. If they are going through that and they know this is what they want to do and they're changing that, and now they want to showcase that by being athletes again. If you're going through that process and you check those boxes and and again, that's going to be up to the WNBA to determine what they are. I just think there has to be some guidelines for that, because I'm saying you're coming in and I could go say, okay, I want to be a female and I'm for lack of purposes, I identify as a woman because I just want to play in the WNBA. That's clearly, obviously I know it's a bad example because I'm not that tall, but I think that's the wrong motivation for doing that. And I think if that's allowed, because you're going to see if one does it or two does it, anybody's going to do it. Now, similarly, I'll just broach on this briefly. I can't think of what his name is now.
I'm
But the
just
issue.
gonna go get a drink of water.
No, go ahead. I'll bring this up. If you can hear it,
Yep.
just so I'll reiterate.
Okay.
There was that issue, I know at least twice. There was once several years ago, this was the first, and I think it was recently within the last few years. The issue of NFL players who were openly gay that were coming out and expressing that. I know that was a controversial thing at the time. But a lot of people rallied in support, saying, you know what, they're not here. They're expressing their identity there because they want people to understand that it's not about just being around a bunch of guys. They want to just play, but they don't want to hide it. They want to be open, which I think is a great thing. So I think it's got to be similar in that context of if these guys are serious, and again, it goes beyond a sport, it goes beyond a job. Like, is this your way of life now? Is this what you're trying to do? Or are you just wasting time of saying, I just want to because I can just say, hey, I'm whatever, and they'll let me do it because the rules are so lax. So, I think those are the questions that have to be answered. I'm sure they're going to be. Because it's gonna set an example for anybody down the road in the future that might want to take a similar roadway, a similar path. And
the question is, will the league have legal leg to stand on? And then it becomes a judicial thing.
I guess it's a whole, like, whatever. I don't know what their guidelines are from there. I haven't seen them. I don't know how strict they are with it. If it's down in writing, and again, that's where I say I don't think these guys are going to have a case. They'd have to prove, in the manner, like I said, speaking. I think there should be a testing period of, are they actually in the process of transitioning, or are they just, you know what I mean? Like, are they just saying that? Like, if there's not enough, there's got to be more evidence to showcase, like, hey, it's almost like carrying a card to smoke or whatever. I'm legally changing my name. I am going through hormones. I'm seeing a therapist. I'm trying to think of the others. All those steps to the transition to doing that. I think there has to be some record of it to show that. Now, if they have that from a legal standpoint, and if the WNBA is, I guess, for lack of a better term, lax on it, then I think they would have an argument to say they'd have to be let in. But again, I don't know to what legally binding status this falls under. Could be a lot of things. So I would just say, and again, I go back to your point of settlement, is I would just try to find a way to satisfy everybody. It's going to be difficult because they're going to want to play. How do the other players feel, no matter what team they go to, whatever? Maybe they have a union. Maybe they have like a union type meeting. Maybe they discuss it internally. I don't know. I think there's just a lot of careful avenues they got to watch because there. And now here's the other thing. I was looking at Royce, for example, because this is the interesting part of this too. Now they're making this play to go into the WNBA to play, basketball there. I was reading there, and apparently Royce White is lobbying for the 2028 Republican ticket for the presidential nomination.
In the Republican Party?
Yes. So now, and this is where, well, you see my point though. So now, what fire do you want to start here? Do you see what I'm saying? So, if your bid is to be a woman playing in the WNBA, I say that with, do you press that luck? Or is the president, like, what's more important to you? You know what I mean? Like, what is it you're trying to achieve with this? You see what I mean? Like, you got too many irons in the fire. Like, what? It
reminds me of Fletch too. Are they going undercover? Are they undercover? That's another option. It could be a political covert operation.
Maybe. See, like that's where I'm like.
And by no ways am I painting the right like that. I just think there are always factions within.
No, but you never know. And that's why I'm saying, like, if I'm the WNBA, I'm asking those questions like, okay, if you're taking this seriously, we will address it because obviously it's got to be addressed, But I think if enough research is done and enough information is collected and they determine that this is not genuine, I think the WNBA has a right to turn them down. Now, my
I mean,
point, that's
the
why I
other
say the reason I bring up the Royce White thing is, could he file a lawsuit? Yes, but is that going to hurt your political run in the future? It could. Like, so what's more important? What are you willing to sacrifice here? Do you want to play basketball? Do you want to run for president? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to cause, something's going to cause a rift. So,
which leads to the covert operation theory.
and there goes that, right. So a lot of it, I would just say, I would not want to be the commissioner of the WNBA. I would not want to be people involved.
The other part of it is, it's not just a sporting thing. It gets into labor law.
Exactly.
Discrimination.
Yep.
Treatment in the workplace, in a hostile environment,
Yep.
So
That's why I said Pandora's box. It's going to open up all this.
Yeah.
And is it worth it? And that's what like, I don't want to press them, but I'm curious because, like I said, with Royce White putting in 2028, it's only a couple years away. Like, how long do you want to play in the WNBA? Because if you're going in now, you got like 2 years, maybe less, because you're going to,
But like helping, what's going against them is women could enter the NBA draft. NBA would not hold it back.
No. I know some cases they've been trying. I think I know the NFL has been kind of releasing. It's going to happen at some point. This has been. They started with the coaches and the team official.
In the NFL, I could see place kicker to start would be the first. I don't know would be punter, because punter, I don't think, is a type of position a lot of women would want to do. Maybe
you never know, though.
will.
Some of them could be soccer players. They might have a good leg. They could really, boot it.
But the ones who know how to bend it will be field goal kickers.
Yeah.
Right? But I guess could be, if there's some strong-legged ladies, yeah.
So I just think it's something. I think all the major sports should look at this, because we know this is not going to be a topic that's going to go away, because more and more it's trying to unify and find equality there. I think there should be a moratorium league-wide across all major sports for this type of thing, because we're going to see it pop up in different sports at some point.
The only other thing I can think of that would, kind of harken the same way would be, I know in the States they started a new women's pro ball league, I think.
Yeah.
And, what happens if Albert Pujols, I'm going to play for them.
Yeah.
I identify as a girl.
Here's a good one too. Now, the other thing is, it hasn't happened, but look at like the UFC, for example. Now, there's women's, and even in WWE, there's women's wrestling bout, there's men's, there is unified sexes, but there's like specific leagues where women are not wrestling men are not wrestling women. I know they're talking about doing that. I think they've done that in some instances, but this is going to be one, it's got to be talked about sports wide. It's going to have to be figured out, because each league is going to go through something similar if they haven't already. So I think there's got to be something in place. Each league can, and they do function on their own. They can do what they want, but you're going to have some kind of rules or something in place, because if somebody starts the ball rolling, it's going to continue to spread. So I just think, I would say I would not want to be a WNBA again. I don't want to be the commissioner of the official, because this is not an area that's really going to be comfortable.
I am shocked it hasn't happened in Britain.
I feel like there was a rugby situation. I feel like there was a rugby situation where there was a girl that wanted to play for the men's rugby team. I remember reading something about that a little while ago.
Like, I would have thought the men would fine if she's willing to get smacked and pay her dues.
See, that's the problem. The league says if you do that, there's liabilities, and if you get, and I know that people say, "Oh, I don't care, I want to play." Yeah, but it's like the unionized law. There's issues where this is going to cause problems for us. Like, I mean, we get it, but so I think ultimately it's just going to be one of those, tread lightly and good luck, because who knows what will happen. So, any comments or you guys have thoughts on it? Share with us. Love to hear about it.
I logically try to think from both sides. My opinion is I don't think they should play. I think they have a physical and an athletic advantage. That's not to say there aren't some women that might be able to go above and beyond and get by them.
Sure.
But in large, they are greater than a large percentage of the women in the league.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
Despite their age and maybe their 10 plus years of pro ball gives them some advantages that nobody
Yeah.
in the WNBA would have otherwise. So,
That's fair.
But if the laws or regulations or charter or whatever it is are so vague that such an exception or change or change to the way that they normally do things are allowed, I think something's got to give. So the
Right.
league's got to get their eggs in a row. They got to get the legal team. Is going to have to get together with the Players Association, get together with the owners, and make something that'll stick in court. Because if you do something that goes against the Supreme Court, they'll suspend the league until the Supreme Court. And there's a bit of a backlog for the Supreme Court. So,
In a manner of speaking, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
so I honestly think something will be worked out. But I don't know if anybody will take the downfall.
True. Hard to say. Could happen. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, there you go. Interesting
Okay.
food for thought.
Now, have we lost a little man?
No. So
Okay,
Hang
so what's
on.
your topic? We spent a little more time on mine than on Jason's.
that's okay. So well, it was a good conversation.
And we kept it within the decorum of international debate.
Yeah. Hold on one second. So just I won't freeze because all right, never mind. So my topic actually there's actually two there's two things I was going to cover, but I want to save some of it. And I actually thought about it as we were talking too. So one of the ventures I'm looking at exploring other options to do fun things that are alternative. And there's an interesting topic for this because I want to bring this up. This has been publicly noticed. This was online, and this was a conversation, almost like a fire starter with your topic. Working towards dabbling into the voice acting world to be a voice actor. I thought about it for a while. I guess this guy's a little backstory. I was going to do it.
I forwarded you 2 links today.
Thank you. Yes, I got some. I did get those. But the interesting thing about that, and there's a topic about this, and I've heard this said because this actually did spark a great debate, and I obviously pull side for this. But it was during. I'm not sure if it was during a con or I think it was during a con somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, I should have done that while we were chatting. But let me see. I want to read it correctly because I know it was recent. I believe it was a recent DC comment. It was something. Let me see if I can find it. Google's great for this, though. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So there was a I'm not sure if it was a question. Let me see if I have it here. I'm just reading it because I want to make sure I get it right. There you go. So there was a topic. It was discussed. I think it was brought up, and I think it was brought in a questionnaire. He was doing a panel, but Matthew Lillard, a lot of you guys know he's been on Scream. He did the Scooby-Doo movies, the live action, played Shaggy in those films. He's done a lot of great roles, all that kind of stuff. He's been in several films. Brought up his perception and belief and position on a lot of these filmmakers now, Hollywood actors are being hired. Major celebrity actors are being hired to do voice work on like a lot of cartoons, like Toy Story, things like that. The debate that he sparked was, and I agree with this, not just because I'm biased on the side of the voice actors, but his point of reference to argue was, and I'm kind of paraphrasing but using his words, why are these film companies hiring these major celebrities? Yes, they're great on screen, actors, but they don't have a lot of voiceover work. Instead of using these major celebrities, why not hire trained voice actors that could do a much better job to fill these roles? It would keep the hiring binge friendly so that actors could have a line of work. They could all find jobs so that there's not as few jobs to go around. And again, the quality of work would be a lot better because it might be obvious, but to some, maybe not to others, is the line of acting between voice acting and actually physically acting. There is a difference, and you can kind of tell based on the performer. So most voice actors are trained on the mics to be behind the scenes to do all their own work. They're built for that. A lot of physical, demanding acting bits, and some voice actors do that as well. But there's a large contrast there, and so in that same context, it would make sense to hire a voice actor to do a role. But like I said, could be another Pixar film, could be an anime, could be whatever. They're trained professionals; they can do that. So that's what he was saying, which it did spark controversy. But he makes a point. I mean, a lot of times acting roles are hard to come by. A lot of actors have to fight for those roles, and voice acting is no different. But you create more opportunities for the voice acting world, because voice actors don't usually transcend into physical acting on screen. That doesn't usually happen. It's not as well unified, to go both ways. So I think it's a fair argument.
As somebody just sticking his head in, what if you're a struggling actor?
Yeah.
Do you advocate that they should be able to voice act or not?
If it depends on what they're trained for. Now, if they are a physical actor looking to get their feet wet, that could be an exception where, okay, if you haven't had a chance to get yourself into the business doing it, sure, why not? But like if you're a Tom Cruise or Harrison Ford or a very well A-lister who's had a phenomenal career, do you need to be doing voice? I mean, for fun maybe, but do you need to do every single voice acting job that's out there? Because that could be going to people that are trying to make a career like you have, more or less. And I think that was part of the debate also, is well-established actors that already get their role. Because you think about it, I'm still training for voice acting, but the voice actors can't transcend to on screen. Voice for actors who are successful on screen to come off screen, they have the advantage because they have more roles, they can do more. Voice actors do not, in a manner of speaking. So I don't think the equality there is quite the same, because again, if you're an A-lister, if you had a solid career, you've made a lot of money, you're still making whatever. For those that are trying to break into voice acting and maybe just starting even there, what opportunities are they going to have? Now, it doesn't mean that they're guaranteed the job. There could be competition there as well. But I'd rather have competition with another voice actor like myself or somebody who's trying to get into it than me going up against, what's his name? Bradley Cooper, a A-lister. And I'm like, well, who's going to hire them, him or me? What do you think is going to happen? He's got the acting accolades. He's got the pedigree. It doesn't really have a fair talk about work equality.
If they want somebody cheaper.
Yeah. And also, again, voice actors train for this specific things. Like if it's an animated film, we're not going to be seen on camera. The voice is the key thing, and voice actors train specifically for these roles. Now, again, I'm not knocking major celebrities. I've seen a lot of great ones do a lot of these voiceover roles. We've seen Vin Diesel do it. Cooper was one. They do in Marvel doing Guardians. There's others. Keanu Reeves lent his voice for Toy Story at one point. It can be done. Tom Hanks, obviously, Tim Allen. They've done it. Yeah. It can be done, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just if you're having box office success, I'm trying to think of another. I don't want to keep using the same guy. Let's say, who's another good example? I'm trying to think who just did a film recently. I don't want to say Dwayne Johnson because I like his work and he does great stuff both ways. Well, just because I saw the film and I know it's out there, let's say I think he did voiceover on one project. Let's say Matt Damon, for example. Great actor, had a great on-screen. He's made a lot of great films. You're still doing that. You're highly successful there. You take a few projects for voiceover. All right, but now you're taking more projects. Now, the more projects you take, that's less work for a voice actor. Okay? And maybe you pull it off. Actors are trained sometimes, we had a conversation earlier about method acting. We talked earlier. Can be done, but if you're taking all the roles...
There are some actors who were brought up in the stage, and then you'd have to, like Liam Neeson kind of thing came up through the stage, and so that's why he's so good.
Hugh Jackman has done it. He's been in theater on Broadway. Even Morgan Freeman. I mean, I could see him. I think he's done several roles. And again,
Yeah.
I don't knock them. I get it.
So all I'm saying is, if somebody wants to hire James Earl Jones because he's got that voice, you could be a trained 15-year experienced voice actor. You're not going to sound like James Earl Jones.
No, and to that point, yes, and that goes back to even like voice actors that beat out other voice actors. There is the probability that, but I think the idea is, I put myself in the voice actor category. We would rather compete against fellow voice actors than trying to go up against.
I totally get it.
Because there's no like, I'm not going to beat out Morgan for even if let's say the voice role was not for his specific type, but he auditioned for that role, and maybe my voice is more.
I gotta skip it. My phone's at like 2%.
All right. And maybe maybe I'm more suited with my voice, but because people know Morgan Freeman, he's a more household name. They're gonna hire him, even if he's not not qualified, but not fit per se for that role. Yeah. If I'm beat out just because he has a better IMBD than I do, there's no equality there. I think that's kind of the notion as well. So
then it's down to who's paying the check. Is it somebody that's, watching the bottom line, or they have an infinite bottom line?
And I think that's where his argument was coming in too. Like, and because he said, he's done both. He's done a little bit of both. But he's, it makes more.
Has Lillard done voice work?
He loaned his voice. He played Shaggy, and he was doing Shaggy again as a voiceover.
Yeah.
So he did a little bit. He's done both live action and
some cartoon work or what have you.
And he's even said, obviously his voice is iconic for Shaggy. He's done it for so many years now. But he said, I wouldn't mind if I knew I was losing a rollout to a voice actor that either trying to cut in the business or just trying to get a job there. If they're better suited, I'm not hurt by that. It's just part, and that's also like the actors say too. That's just part of the business too. Like,
now, are voice actors part of SAG-AFTRA?
I think depending on the job, I think if they're nationally branded, if they're working on big projects, I think a lot of them do. Now, when you start out, typically, as I said, you got to find an agent and stuff. Like people, it depends on what their process and the planning is.
The reason I ask, not that I'm so much into political law or anything, labor law, but was that one of the sticking points in their walkout, the SAGs?
Could be. I mean,
not maybe the crux, but it could have played a part.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. There was a lot of things that attributed to that. So,
yeah, I didn't get into it that closely or anything. But I just wondered, this isn't a new. I mean, the guys they were fighting AI, but obviously there are other terms and matters that they dealt with.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like here there's a lot of actors, and actually one of them is part of the training group that I'm part of. Tara Strong is actually in the SAG for that one. And before you ask who that is, she's a notable voice actor. She's almost your age, actually. Probably around your age, actually, exactly.
Well, she looks young and hot.
Yeah, just to be quite honest, yeah. But I joined her program for training how to do voice acting there because I've seen her. She's done a lot of phenomenal projects. So
I was going to say, what's her marquee role?
She's had several actually. Again, I know you're not a big, but you might go back cartoons. She did Teen Titans was a big cartoon back in the early 2000s. I'm not sure how familiar you are with 90s cartoons. The Powerpuff Girls.
I know of them. I think I've seen them. I don't think I've watched an episode.
She did. She was one of the original girl voices there. She's done. Let me think. What else has she got? She's done all kinds of things. She's done the Time Variance Authority, which is Marvel. She's done cartoon work there. She's done. Let me bring up her. I'll bring up her.
She's still in the field.
Oh yeah, yep. I'll bring it up. Actually, let me just see because I know Tara Strong. Oh, and you'll like this. She's a Canadian actress.
Excellent.
She was born. Let's see. She's 53 years old. She was born in Toronto, Ontario.
Hey, T.O.
That's right. She did the voice of. Are you familiar with the cartoon, The Fairly Odd Parents?
I'd have to see them.
She did the voice of Timmy Turner, the boy that was on the show there. I used to watch that show all the time, actually. Let's see.
How about Muppet Babies?
No, she knows one of the other actors she worked with. She was the one that did Tommy Pickles in the Rugrats.
Okay.
She did one of those. She was the voice of Buttercup. So like they worked together at one time. Let's see. Where's her acting accolades? I can tell you. Should be.
She was
Hold
in
that thought. Oh, here we go. Filmography.
Girl in Bar. Woman
Yeah.
at Subway.
She did Care Bears,
Okay.
Clifford the Big Red Dog,
Okay.
The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3,
Okay.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. I think
Hey, excellent.
there's a cartoon series though. She did that. Let's see, X-Men the Animated Series, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Dexter. Oh, she was in Dexter's Laboratory, 101 Dalmatians, the TV series, The Angry Beavers, Cow and Chicken, the new Batman adventure. She did Barbara Gordon. I was like, yep, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, Rugrats. Yep. Oh yeah, she was Dill Pickles. She was the baby. King of the Hill, Powerpuff Girls, Timon and Pumbaa, Johnny Bravo, The Wild Thornberries. Let's see, Family Guy, Fairly Odd Parents, Totally Spies. I forgot about that. Samurai Jack, Fillmore. Let's see, Kim Possible. She did in that boy there. Duck Dodgers, Codename Kids Next Door, Teen Titans, Lilo and Stitch the series, Allen Showdown. Yeah, some of these might ring a bell, some not. Danny Phantom, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I watched a lot of these. The American Dragons, Jake Long, Ben 10.
When they were on, I was working.
Yep. Wow, Wow, Wooby, Afro Samurai. But you might have heard of the Boondocks.
Ella's never played with them. I don't know.
Avatar, The Last Airbender.
That one I know.
The Penguins of Madagascar.
Yep, that one I know.
Phineas and Ferb.
That one I know.
Ben 10, Ultimate Alien. Pound Puppies, My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
The Looney Tunes Show, Thundercats, Young Justice, Napoleon Dynamite.
Thundercats. She's been,
Yep.
Did they
Green
reboot that
Lantern.
or the original, or mid-80s?
I think there was a newer one that they did. Futurama.
It's not that old. Yeah, I've heard. That's American, isn't it? Futurama?
Yep. Teen Titans Go. Rick and Morty. Inspector Gadget.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun.
Inspector Gadget.
Did
Avengers
they
Assemble.
reboot that? Did they reboot Inspector Gadget?
I heard rumor there might be one coming back again. I'm not sure.
Don-
Woody Woodpecker.
Is Don Adams still alive?
No, he's been dead for a little while now.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, her list goes on.
Okay, you'll be learning from a pro.
And that's actually how I found it. I advertised it. I signed up for it because I'm like, it's an adventurous thing, and it's just more hands-on. She does a lot of she does like a lot of group calls. So like I haven't done any yet, but I could join a group call with her. But there's modules I follow, acting tips, things like that, how to start what area in the business, etc. I just have to sit down and do more of it, but looked really impressive. And she has a great pedigree behind it, so it's not like she's just an amateur just starting it for fun.
And you might as well look into being an extra.
Figure if nothing else, I have reached out to the same company. I haven't got a chance to get a voice call with them because every time they want to call me, I'm busy. But I have links put out there, things out. So you never know. But so yeah. But anyway, the original comment was I agree. I'll keep it short there. I think I just think there's enough to go around. I think it's
this on the side here. I'm just saying. Sorry, audience. I just had to tell Justin.
No, go ahead.
Big Hoss, add me in at 10:39.
He had what?
At 10:39,
Huh?
Mr. Haas said, "Add me in."
Oh yeah. I got that. Yep.
Oh, did you? Okay, so
I know why. I'll explain that later.
okay.
But yeah. So there you go.
You're going to be taught, and my best guess is that she will also bring in fellow voice actors, to help.
He has had one of them actually you probably heard of. I can go on and watch because I have access to the dashboard. I'm a student now enrolled through the course there. She did one with Ron Perlman was on.
Oh, really?
He's done some voice acting. They do like a workshop together. Who else? I'm trying to think. She
He
had.
would be brilliant voice acting wise.
And ironically, I believe, if I remember from the roster list I saw, Matthew Lillard was on one time as well. Speaking of talk about the topic, Shelby Young, you may or may not have heard of. She's done a lot of great. I'm trying to think who else was on there. What's her name from?
What about Marge
I
Simpson?
can see her. The Little Mermaid. She did the voice of Ariel. Jodie Benson. She's like one of the original Disney princesses. She's been doing that she's probably about your age also, but she did the Little Mermaid, the original back in the, the actor that did Pocahontas, I think Paige O'Hara played Belle, if you ever watched the old Disney movies.
Yeah, I've seen some of that.
So she's had a lot of them like do workshops together. I can't think of the guy's name that does the Animaniacs. And he was also Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. And who was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, Jim. I can't think of his last name now. Jim. He's the voice of Winnie the Pooh. You don't know who Winnie the Pooh is?
I know who Winnie the Pooh is. I don't know Winnie the Pooh's voice.
He's the actor that provides the voice. He's Darkwing Duck. He's done Tigger as well. Like, he's very famous. He's been on too. So yeah, great company is my point, is being around. It's like a Hall of Fame basic list of people you want to be around. So,
maybe they bring in Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know if it was him or there was somebody. I have to look at the list on there. There's a few others, but yeah.
Who's the other Canadian? Ryan Gosling.
Hey, there you go. But see, you like her already. She's right up here. Actually, I'll show you. I have a photo if you've never seen her. We'll wrap that with that. Then we can play a game then. Hold that thought. Where do I hold it? I don't care.
No
Images. Let's see. Oh, this is a nice one. Let's see if I can download it. I can. It's nice when actually stuff works when I want it to. I did edit. I gotta do some editing with this tomorrow as well. But let's see.
Have you been able to look at those music files that I sent you?
I haven't gotten there yet. That's my next step. But I am going to work on that. Again, if you can get me some words down or want me to write it down, just let me know what you want them to say. I can do that.
I mean, you can write them down. There's probably about 25 of them.
I'll listen. I'll listen to your original work again. I'll just see if I can pluck from inspiration from that.
So instead of saying hi, instead of saying welcome, this is Bill Van Bagel, you could say welcome to the Music, Movies, Sports, and Stuff podcast. Or welcome to the experience of whatever. I don't know.
Whatever you feel, like something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, this is gonna pick the one. I have to understand one day why some of these photos don't come up, and I think it's a file thing. Hang on again. Gosh darn it. Let's try this. Let me just pick the first one that comes off. Maybe that'll work.
We got that funky funk.
We rock the funk. Gonna rock that funk.
Funky funk.
All right, so one of these have got to come in, and neither one are there. Why is this a thing?
My TV has a puffin on.
Here, I'll do this instead. Because...
Oh, now there's a llama beside a rusted blue truck from the early 80s. Could be late 70s.
That's why. All right, hold on. Let's try this again.
That's what she said.
Giggity. Giggity. Let's see. For some reason, files are always like large. So...
How I like my pizza. Large.
Hey.
It's Fat Albert. And I gotta say, you could never show Fat Albert even in reruns.
No, that's the sad part. That's the thing about television most people won't understand anymore.
Like if I ask who's Fat Albert, I might as well have asked who's Albert Einstein. They would no clue.
I can't send it. You can look it up. If you look her up, look at images, you'll find her pretty quick. So,
Sorry, what's the name?
Tara Strong.
Tara Strong. I know those
She was-
listeners are going, oh, she's gorgeous. Or don't you know her from such and such a role? And no, I do not.
She's Canadian based. I think she lives here in the U.S. now, but she was born in Ontario, in Toronto, Ontario.
Okay.
She was
Tara
married for
Strong.
20 years.
Okay. The face looks from. Was she ever in like some kind of TV show?
I think she did a couple. I forget what show she did, but she did make a couple of TV appearances somewhere.
Because the face looks more familiar than me just passing by.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I see that. Yeah, she's an attractive woman, but she's
Yep.
also got a very impressive resume.
Huge.
She obviously. Oh, she's also involved in politics.
Mm-hmm.
She attended a lunch with fans from the military,
Very proactive.
and she's married to a former actor called Craig Strong.
They're divorced. She's now dating another fellow actor.
Okay, then her Wikipedia needs improving.
Mhm. Yeah, Willie. What's his name? Willie something.
Ames.
Willie-
Willie Ames from Joni Loves Chachi.
No, not that. Let me see. Hang on.
Charles in Charge. I guess it'd be Charles in Charge.
Yeah, let's see.
Charles
She's
in charge of our day and our night. Oh,
Let's see.
Here's Tara Strong with the Powerpuff Girls.
yeah, she got divorced. They divorced and finalized January 5th, 2022.
Oh, then her Wikipedia is way behind.
Yep.
They still have her married. I've had a whole.
Oh, that's right. That whole thing is she lashed out about Israel. She was on that side of that when the whole Israel Palestine, whatever that happened there,
she
or the
was on-
the controversy that was.
All right.
And I gotta figure his name. It's gonna drive me nuts. What's his name?
She's a looker.
Willie Morris.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Willie Ames.
No,
Or
Willie Morris.
Or Willie Randolph.
Nope.
No.
They've been dating since May. Let's see. Was it mid 2000 at the end of her marriage to X-Ray? So yeah, okay.
So they've been dating for 5 years? 4 years?
Apparently, and they announced their engagement in May of 2022. Even though they're not married yet. Anyway, but yeah, so you got the idea. There you go.
Okay. There you go.
Interesting.
See,
And one
I
final
love
note.
doing this. You're never
As you
too
set
old
the
to
game
learn.
up, one final note. We wanted to mention this. I didn't know if Amber was going to talk topics. She's not feeling well, so I get it. It happens. We do want to give an honorable mention.
But before you give your last mention, have we heard from erstwhile friend?
Who?
One who used to be here.
Oh, the one that was just here?
Yes.
Have I heard from him?
Yes.
No.
No? Okay.
Other than he left because his battery was dying. That's why he left.
Okay. Sorry. I wanted people cliffhanger. One final note.
But see, I get confused because I'm like, we had so many of these. Who are we talking? I should have said male or female, mineral or vegetable. What are we talking? Like, I get it.
You had one more point.
And I got it. One clue. Oh, so I think Amber was going to talk about this, but I want to mention this. We won't dive too much into it, but if you haven't heard the news, the bigger topic story, the unfortunate sudden passing of Hayden Panettiere. And I know Bill, if you have to look it up, go ahead.
I'll look it up after. I'm not going to waste my time.
She would have been 37 years old this coming week.
I actually read a few articles about her, and apparently she was very accomplished.
She was. So I think the autopsy is still being performed. There's swirls of speculation. We don't want to. I'm not going to divulge into that, but unfortunately, she passed away regardless. So huge prayers and well wishes to family, friends, especially after her brother died not long ago too. So that family is really going through a lot. But it shows you a test of time and mortality that we're just all not. We're here for a short period, no matter how old or young, whatever. So I just want to mention that too, because a reminder for everybody, we talk about us being positive and uplifting. So make sure you appreciate the little things and value people nowadays, because our time is just that short. So just want to put it out there. Our major rest in peace. And again, our prayers and well wishes to the family and friends. It's tough. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. But anyway,
and make sure you grab whoever's close to you, give him a big hug, even if it's your brother.
Where's the cat? I need the cat now. Where'd she go? But now we did mention this, so I'm curious. 'Cause I don't know. We talked about this. So you have said we have a new game to feature. So what new game are we talking about first here?
This is called What the Hell Do You Know?
Oh, okay. I should be great at this game.
The hook. Every question comes from a completely different universe. Nobody knows whether the next question will be about weed, giraffes, shampoo, dating, cheeseburgers, or guitars.
Interesting. Okay.
Correct? You're scoring, correct? Because we're only one, it'll be, if you can get it right off the bat, you get 2 points. If you can get it without, if you can get it with the 4 choices, that will be 1 point.
Okay.
Okay, so you get that? If you can get it without me having to give you okay. All right, so question 1 is random as hell. Round 1. First question.
Where's the explosion thing? Missed it. Sorry. There we go. Okay.
Okay, this is food. Which fruit has its seeds on the outside?
Strawberries.
There you go. You didn't need the choices.
Nope.
Okay. Number 2, musical instruments. A standard modern piano has how many keys?
88.
Yes, that's right. Number 3, animals. Let me get the answer here.
That helps.
Yeah, that does help. Oh, come on. Work with me here, sister.
That's what she said.
Okay. Come on. Okay. Which of these animals has fingerprints so similar to humans that they can potentially confuse investigators?
Koala bears.
Koala bears. My gosh. You're going for my Jeopardy.
Yep.
Number 4, coffee. Espresso originally became popular in which country?
Ooh, I'm gonna need the 4 on this one. This is too hard to.
France, Brazil, Italy, Turkey.
Espresso.
Espresso.
Italiano. Italy.
Espresso, Italy. So you get a 1 point.
I'll take it.
Number 5, hair.
Cool.
What is the visible portion of your hair primarily made from?
Follicles. No,
So
it's okay.
you automatically get the 4
Yeah,
choices.
give me the 4.
Collagen, keratin, calcium, melanin.
Oh wow, gosh, keratin.
Keratin.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, round 2. High, hot, or not. Contestant, hear a statement and simply answer true or false.
Oh, okay.
Answer for number 6, the topic is marijuana. That's when I asked Toss for a couple suggestions.
Perfect timing. Yeah.
Number 6, marijuana. Cannabis and hops, the plant used in beer,
Mm-hmm.
belong to the same botanical family. True. Or false?
Truth. Yep.
They both belong to the Cannabicaceae.
Yep. That one I know. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Number 7. Tourist attractions. The Eiffel Tower has become slightly taller during hot weather.
True.
True. Heat causes the iron to
Expand. Yep.
Number 8. Shaving.
Shaving what? Oh no. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
It could be anywhere that needs
Ooh.
hair removed. Shaving
I'm
hair
listening.
makes it grow back thicker.
True.
False.
Oh.
The blunt cut can make regrowth feel thicker, but shaving does not change the follicle.
So that's what waxing does. Okay, I got it.
Okay, number 9. Animals. A giraffe has more neck vertebrae than a human.
True.
True or false?
That's
Is it
got to be
true?
true. Yeah.
Answer, false.
Dang. An illusion.
An illusion. Actually,
Fudge.
it says this is a trick question. Both humans and giraffes typically have 7 cervical vertebrae. So it doesn't have as much. It just has the same.
Well, if this keeps going, Bill's going to have 6 when we're done here.
Not my fault.
Aye.
Just blame my question writers.
Sure.
Number 10. It's food. White chocolate contains no cocoa-derived ingredients whatsoever. True or false?
False.
False. It normally contains cocoa butter, but not cocoa solids.
Yep.
Round 3. Which one is the weirdo? 3 things share something in common. 1 doesn't. So
Interesting.
which is
Okay.
the odd one out?
All right.
Okay. 11. Restaurants. Which one was not founded in the United States? Burger King, Taco Bell, Tim Hortons, Wendy's.
Ooh. Well, I know this sounds kind of wrong, but I'm going to say Taco Bell.
Tim Hortons.
Dang it. I knew it was. Okay.
Tim Hortons was created by Tim Horton.
Great. Who's Tim Horton?
Tim Horton was a 22-year all-star defenseman for the Toronto Maple Leafs who died coming home after too many drinks in Niagara Falls. He crashed his car on an icy road.
Again, I blame Canada, but go ahead.
Number 12. Okay, so which is the one that's
The odd duckling.
fashion?
Okay.
Which one is not traditionally considered a type of hat?
Uh-oh.
Fedora, trilby, brogue, bowler.
Well,
Fedora, trilby, brogue, bowler.
I know fedora's not the answer because I wear those a lot. It's one of my trademark moments. And a bowler is also a hat, so it's those other 2.
Trilby and brogue.
I'm going to say a brogue.
Brogue. Bonus question if you know what a brogue is.
Not a clue.
It's a type or style of shoe.
Okay.
I remember in high school when kids were wearing brogues, and I was like, no. They were either wearing brogues or Doc Martens.
Is that when
And
you
I
rode
just-
dinosaurs to school too?
Yeah, well, no, we had a horse and chariot.
Oh, okay. So at least you're a little more modernized. I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, I really like those whippersnappers in Amish country.
Right?
Yeah, boy, can they fly.
You look a lot similar, so I could see the similarities there.
It's like the guy on the granola commercial or the
Mm-hmm. The Quaker.
Quaker Oats. That's it. Musical instruments, number 13. Which instrument doesn't normally use strings?
Okay.
A mandolin, a sitar, an oboe, or a banjo?
Gee, I wonder what it could be. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say it's an oboe because that's a wind instrument.
That's it.
Yep.
Number 14. Oh, I love this topic. Things that smell.
Oh, great. Oh, smell what? Good, bad? What are we talking here?
I have no idea
Oh, boy.
which substance is primarily responsible for the distinctive smell of rotten eggs.
Oh, I know this one. Go ahead.
A, nitrogen. B, hydrogen sulfide. C, carbon monoxide. Or D, methane.
Oh, okay. It's not what I thought. I'll go with B.
Hydrogen sulfide?
Yes.
Correct.
That's sulfur and somewhere in there, yeah.
Okay. We'll just do round 4, then we'll stop.
Okay. That's what she
You
said.
have 3 more questions.
Sweet.
This one's called Closer Wins.
Oh, boy.
Now, so we'll just do it with you singularly. That's fine.
Okay.
It says nobody needs the exact answer. Both players write down a guess, and the closest gets 2 points. So
Oh, okay.
we'll just say if you get within 5
Okay.
of this one.
All right.
So 15 is coffee. Approximately how many coffee beans are commonly needed to make a single espresso shot?
Oh.
I'm giving you a spread of 5, and the answer is a spread of 10. So you've got a spread of 15.
Yeah, I did thinking. I'm gonna go with 6.
No spread will help you. Roughly 50 to 60 beans,
Dang it.
depending
One
heavily
shot.
on bean
Dang.
size and dose.
Wow.
Except anything reasonably close.
I was gonna say, yeah, all right.
Okay, 16, second last, but this is one of your better topics. Exotic animals.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll give you within 10 years.
Okay.
How long can a giant tortoise potentially live?
Oh God, they live forever. 100 years.
Well over 100 years is the answer. Some individuals have lived beyond 150.
Yep.
Closest reasonable guess. Yours is the closest.
Yep.
Okay, last one. Or do you want to keep going? It's up to you.
Well, we get that last one because we're over an hour.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Tourism.
Oh boy.
About how tall is the Statue of Liberty from the ground to the tip of the torch? I'll give you within 10 feet
All right.
or 5 meters. You could use feet or meters.
My gut tells me, and I think I'm wrong, but I want to say 75 feet.
I'll give you one more guess.
Is it 100?
I'll give you one more guess.
Am I close?
No.
Feet. 300 feet.
350 feet.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta stretch it
Well,
enough. I don't stretch it far enough.
Okay. Well, that's what she said.
Giggity.
We'll just do round 5. We'll do one more. It's called
Okay.
date night disaster.
Oh boy.
These are trivia questions disguised as terrible dating conversations.
Uh-oh.
So number 18. Your date says humans are one of the very few animals that kiss romantically. Are they basically correct? A, yes, B, no.
I would say yes.
Yes. Kissing-like behaviors exist in some other species, particularly primates. But human romantic kissing is relatively unusual in the animal world.
Yeah. Well, I don't usually
Bad.
French a cheetah, so
Bad first date. Your date announces that lobsters mate for life.
right.
Should this improve their chances of a second date? In other words, are they correct?
Yeah, I've heard that too. I would say yes.
No.
Damn
The
it.
famous lobsters mate for life claim is a myth. Lobsters
Interesting.
don't form lifelong monogamous couples. 20. Absolutely terrible date.
Uh-oh.
Someone tells you they haven't washed their jeans in 6 months because you're not supposed to wash denim. Which statement is more accurate? Okay, so you have 4 choices. Which statement's more accurate? A, denim must never be washed. B, denim can be washed, although frequent washing can affect color and wear. 3 or C, jeans clean themselves, or D, freezing jeans sterilizes them?
Well, what's interesting is I saw a pair of these today. I may pick up a pair tomorrow. I never thought about doing this. I like black jeans, but I'm not one of those. They have the holes cut out in the knee.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of getting back into the music realm. Maybe for my drumming image, I could do that. I could try once. I'm not too old to try new style. But anyway, point of reference. Side note. The answer for that, as I recall, is I believe it's 2, or B is the answer.
Answer is D. Or sorry, B. Answer B. You're correct.
Just say I'm
No
correct.
problem.
Yes, I know. Just say I'm right and acknowledge you're good. Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop there.
See, the only reason I remember that there's several myths with that, but the freezer thing is ridiculous, and they don't clean themselves. You can wash it, but somebody told me that, and then the interesting point is, if you can find this out, ironically, if you buy obviously there's famous brands like Wrangler and Levi jeans, they're the better brands of jeans to wear. There's another one I think too.
And who was the big celebrity endorsement for Wrangler?
Oh, was it Sam Elliott?
Brett Favre.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he did I know it was a Southern thing.
I mean, maybe Sam Elliott did. I don't know.
He did a commercial, I think, one time, voiced something like that. But point of reference is those type of jeans are better made. There's usually not a problem. But if you buy a cheaper brand, I've seen them where the color it changes. Not so much the fabric, because denim usually holds up even if it's a cheaper brand, but the color bleeds like you wouldn't believe. So
anything that's a level above Old Navy.
Pretty much, yeah, I would say that's a fair assessment. So, interesting point of that. We'll do more games, but you guys, if you have any questions or want to submit things in, please let us know too, because that would be fun.
What I normally do, I usually go to one of the different AI programs. I like to mix it up and all a choice. You give me 3 or 4 suggestions of what to put into the game.
There you go.
Keeping them at a PG-13 or less level.
Ideally, just for.
And I can create the game, or whatever the program that I happen to pick that day is using.
There you go.
It could be.
We could do that. We could have fun. And I guess if anybody has suggestions you want to put in comments, things you want to hear too, we can make it personalized for everybody who.
Yeah, it could be based on trivia, or it could be maybe you're going to make them physically do something. I don't know.
Either way, you'd be covered. So there you go.
So yeah, or maybe it's something that you have to watch, and and you provide us links, and we have to watch something and interpret something.
So food for thought, some good ideas there. So keep that in mind. But there you go. That'll do it for tonight. There, just a couple of last minute things we want to share with you guys. We know it's been a minute. We're going to be getting back. We have more content coming up. We have more fun rounds of interviews coming up, so stay tuned for those. There's a whole bunch of stuff we got coming up in the works. Life's been crazy, a lot of busy things happening, so we're working it back. But make sure you stay tuned, like and follow for more. You guys know to do that. Actually, I can put that up here because I always forget. I do have the control panel, and I shouldn't forget that, but I usually do. So if you want more great content, like, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you get notified anytime content is out there. You can also like and follow us across social media. If you can find us out there, check it out. We have a lot of fun things coming up. What's also really exciting, we haven't talked about it, and I guess we can do it now because we're coming to the tail end of summer, but the holidays are shockingly not too far around the corner. So a lot of great opportunities, lots of fun to be had. Make sure you guys are prepared. We are looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. I mean, again, we have Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving. Christmas is always a big one, so everybody seems to enjoy that. And it's going to be a first.
365-day-a-year endeavor.
Yeah, in a manner of speaking for some. It's just, I guess it's more along the lines of it's a new trend because now obviously we have changed and adapted quite a lot since the network growing and everybody else that we've added on. And so it's a far bigger cry than what we have done, myself and Big Hoss, in the past. So that's just the point of it is you guys going to be exciting because it's a lot of firsts, a lot of new things, a lot of exciting things. So hope you'll come along the ride with us too. But a lot of great, we're
going to do a movie watching, and I'm going to pick the movie on Halloween night.
We could do that. That's actually, I had thought about that at one point in time or another. So we could definitely do that. But But yeah, and that kind of great stuff and more. So make sure you guys, of course, are following. And again, you want to be involved, please submit some things for us. We would love to get you guys involvement with that. We'll keep you posted. We're gonna get back to the social medias again. We're trying to get, just life's been so busy, and we just had a lot of things happening. So once things kind of settle down a little bit, and I am kind of multitasking here at the end because I'm trying to get things done too. We will keep you guys posted on updates and things. So we'll be sharing more stuff there as well. Again, you can find all of us.
You have no life anyways. What does it matter?
Who has no? Yeah, okay. Like, says the guy on the couch.
I just wanted to get a reaction, and I got it.
I was gonna say that is a good one. I will grant you that. That is fair. But yes, we have plenty more coming, so make sure you stick around. We're gonna be sharing a whole bunch of things, new projects involved as well. Looks like I'm gonna be answering some emails. We got quite a bit. Looks like good.
Oh, good. Behind the curtain, when Justin says "oh, good," that's not good for us. Although
no, there's
people wanting involved, and that's amazing. It's just more work behind the scenes for us.
Let's see. We have, just since we're asking, a couple of these might be responses, but
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just say, I didn't even check the spam folder. That's 8 right off the bat. There's 5 in the spam. Okay, that's definitely spam. That's spam. That's all spam, so not that. This is a fun one. It's spam when it says, I look forward to hearing from you. Greetings, I am Barrister Jacob Deba from the Republic of Togo.
Oh, you're going to be a lawyer in Togo. Togo's the country they always made fun of in SCTV. Oh,
I contacted you over a claim of a deposit made by my deceased client who shared. Yeah. Yep.
It was the king of Togo.
Yep. So there goes that. But aside from that, we got some work going there. But yeah, so you guys stay tuned. Appreciate the support there. Again, we've had a lot of great followings on the main channels. Yeah, whether it's J&J Production Studios or the Airway Kingdom Network there. We appreciate that. Again, we spread out just so everybody has a chance there. But more great stuff coming, so please.
And if you're interested in fantasy football, if you're lucky that there's openings available, either go to Land of the Creeps on landofthecreeps.blogspot.com or go to Music, Movies, Sports, and Stuff Facebook page, or just message me directly. And I think it's on one of the Airway Kingdom Network pages on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be sharing it too. I got a whole bunch of. I got downloaded photos.
And there were. I put out an extra 2 this year, so there's 22 teams that started out. We were down to 4 openings left as of the beginning of this episode. So
wow,
all within about 4 days. And I love football. I love fantasy, but this one is really going to stretch your knowledge.
There you go. Yeah, stay tuned for more. Join in. Have fun with us. That'll be a lot of great things to do. So,
and for those that go, I hate fantasy. I don't like fantasy. I have seen and known people within my work environment who have marginal at best knowledge of football. And
so don't be afraid.
Based on who's cutest, what's a nice place to take vacation, who has the best state bird, whatever,
So get your idea. Feel free to play along, but have fun with it. We hope you guys will like that too. But yes, we're gonna have a good time. So tune in, join us. Season's around the corner. Preseason's already going on. So
we're gonna have to make sure that night is unavailable for network shows.
Oh yeah. We'll work that out. That's not a problem. We could even stream one live. Maybe it could be fun too. We'll see.
Yeah, we can do that too. Yeah.
There's that. So if you guys want that, stay tuned for more. But we hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is the Pod Square Show, in case you have forgotten. What happens in the square stays in the squares. We love to appreciate you guys, your support. More to come. More great things happening. Stay tuned. But happy Tuesday night. It is still Tuesday night. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you guys for more. Great things are coming. So jump on in. Let's have some fun. Have a good time. But a happy week to you all. Yeah, game on. There you have it. Until next time, you guys, good night and goodbye. We'll see you all very, very soon. Auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, ciao, ciao, goodbye, and what else?
Auf Wiedersehen.
I said that already.
Oh, did you? A bientôt.
There you go. I couldn't get that one. I won't take all the thunder from me. There you go.
Au revoir.
And goodbye. And what he said. Good night. Cheers.
That's what she said.
Giggity.